Think about the massive amount of time, capital, and energy an agency spends trying to get a relationship off the ground. You pour resources into recruiting the right caregivers and acquiring new clients, weaving these connections together to build your business. But eventually, that tension can become too much, and the connection violently snaps. No matter how carefully you vet your staff or onboard your clients, professional relationships break down. It is an unavoidable statistical reality of running an agency. The danger lies in how we handle that breaking point. When forced to sever ties, managers often let natural human emotion hijack the process. Frustration takes over, and what should be a standard operational procedure quickly devolves into a messy, subjective, and highly public conflict. A botched firing does not happen in a vacuum. It acts as a localized epicenter for reputational damage. A single poorly handled exit rapidly spreads outward, as angry former employees or clients broadcast their grievances to the broader network. This unchecked community backlash erodes local trust faster than any marketing campaign can build it. Almost overnight, your hiring pool shrinks, and potential clients start looking elsewhere. Mastering the end of a business relationship is exactly as critical to your agency's survival as the way you begin it. To execute a clean break, you must adopt a strict termination doctrine, a mandatory operational shift from emotional reactions to cold, objective policies. This process starts long before you ever sit down with a caregiver. Your first requirement is to prepare specific, documented talking points. You need to know exactly what you are going to say, and more importantly, what you are not going to say. When it is time for the conversation, the environment must be tightly controlled. The meeting needs to be strictly private to maintain the caregiver's dignity and keep the narrative in your hands. You never fire someone in a group discussion. Focus exclusively on documented policy violations. The conversation cleanly separates the individual from the infraction, addressing behaviors, not personality. Offer constructive feedback to maintain professionalism. Close with absolute clarity regarding final pay, property return, and next steps. Executing a structured, behavior-focused firing provides essential operational armor. It protects your remaining team's morale and drastically reduces your agency's legal liability. Dropping a client introduces a unique kind of tension into the agency. You are intentionally cutting off a revenue source and halting care for an individual. Just like internal firings, client terminations demand a controlled environment. You must schedule a dedicated private conversation or call, ensuring time to speak without interruptions. The approach must be empathetic, but incredibly firm. Reference your agency's operational policies to justify the exit, strictly avoiding any expression of personal frustration. Because you deal with people's health care, you must build in a professional timeline. You provide an extended buffer zone of adequate notice before officially halting care. Finally, offer referrals to alternative providers, ensuring the client has a path forward. Systematically and fairly offboarding a client safely ends a tough contract, preventing community resentment, neutralizing retaliation, and maintaining your reputation for industry integrity. Look at the difference between the two approaches. A reactionary, emotional offboarding breeds chaos and lingering hostility. A correctly executed protocol leaves behind a calm, definitive clarity. The immediate operational benefits are obvious. A clean exit drastically reduces the threat of administrative nightmares, wrongful termination lawsuits, and aggressive employee retaliation. Treating exiting individuals with structured, rigid fairness actually builds long-term community trust. Even when people are let go, they remember exactly how they were treated in their final moments with your company. Word of mouth always spreads. The way an agency chooses to close its doors permanently defines the reputation of the entire house. Respectful termination acts as the ultimate defense mechanism for securing your agency's operational future.